What's good? jcmentalz back again, cooking up in FL Studio. However, this is going to be a little different. I'm also going to be using FL Studio in combination with Machine. I found a sample. Shout out to Refile Lee over at Vinyl Frontier. If you don't know about Vinyl Frontier, you should definitely go check out his YouTube page. I will have a link in the description of this video for you to go check out. But before I get into this week's cook up, I got a couple things to tell you about. If you make loop packs or drum kits and you'd like me to use them in one of my tutorial videos, all my information will be down in the description of this video, as I just said, so make sure you hit me up. I also have several high quality loop packs available. They're $10 each, 11 different loops in each pack. Finally, if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, as well as subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on the notifications. That way you guys can see when I'm dropping new videos. Let's go ahead and jump into this week's beat. So as I said, I will be using Machine inside FL Studio. The reason why I like to use Machine is because it's way easier to chop samples in Machine than I feel it is in FL Studio. So I found a sample, as I said, on Vinyl Frontier, and I went ahead and chopped it into pieces. This is what the pieces sound like. So as you can tell, I have all those chops. I went ahead and found a section that I liked, and this is what it sounds like now with all the chops. So after I came up with a pattern from the chops that I made, I went ahead and exported out of Machine into FL Studio. From there, I added Protoverb and ROM from Native Instruments. I believe that's how that's pronounced. And then also added a little EQ and took out that kick that was in the beginning of the sample. And this is what it sounds like now. Alright, the next thing I added was a snare drum, and I actually layered it with two different snares. This is what the first snare drum sounds like. Then I layered in another snare. This is what that snare sounds like by itself. These are both the snares together. After I added the snares, I went ahead and added a closed hi-hat. This is what the closed hi-hat sounds like. And then, as you can tell, I changed the velocity on some of the hi-hats as well. After adding the snare and the closed hi-hat, I moved over to the kick drum. This is what the kick drum sounds like. Next, I added an open hi-hat. This is what the open hi-hat sounds like. The next percussive element that I added in is actually like a clock ticking. This is what it sounds like. Next, I added a couple drum fills. These are what both drum fills sound like. Finally, I added in a crash cymbal. This is what the crash sounds like. These are all the drums together. Moving on to the mix, as I've already showed you, I added Protoverb and ROM, and then an EQ for the sample. I also spread the stereo image a little bit. For the kick drum, I didn't do anything but put it in mono, and then for the rest of the drums, I just took out the low end. I hope you guys liked everything. As always, if you have any questions or suggestions about future videos, make sure you drop those in the comments. As I said in the beginning of this video, if you don't know about Vinyl Frontier, I will have a link in the description of this video. And if you don't know what it is, you should definitely find out. It's jcmentalz. Peace until next time.